Hi, if you're a person who's running a grants program for a Web3 project, a protocol, or a DAO, this video is for you. I'm Madhavan, I'm one of the co-founders of Questbook, and I'm going to be talking to you everything about Questbook. So Questbook essentially is an on-chain grants orchestration tool in which you can run your entire grants program from end to end, completely on-chain, completely decentralized fashion, and that's what I'm going to be showing you as to how you can do it today. First up, you can find us on questbook.xyz. If you go hit the launch button here, it will take you to the app. So this is a tool that is not only end-to-end optimized for running your grants program, but it's also completely decentralized. So what I mean by that is we as Questbook do not run our own centralized servers. We do not run our own centralized databases. Everything that you're going to be seeing over here is either going to be on-chain. It's going to be the data itself is going to be stored on decentralized storage as well as the proofs on-chain. The app that is going to be served directly from IPFS, and all the data that you're going to be seeing on this app is also indexed by decentralized indexers like the Graph protocol. So throughout our product, the entire technology stack is completely decentralized, so you don't need to trust us. You just need to trust the code, which of course is open source at github.com/questbook. So with that, let's just get started. So of course, the first thing that we do on our web app is to go tap Get Started. We embrace the multi-chain future, so all the chains are supported, more support is coming. People from the community are now beginning to add support for various chains. So you can see us on Neon. Neon is like a wrapper on top of Solana. I also see Polygon. So I'm going to be choosing, let's say we'll go with Polygon. I'll connect my MetaMask, and we are now on Polygon mainnet. So with that, the first thing that I need to do after connecting my wallet is to create a grants DAO. So the grants DAO is the umbrella under which you're going to be running multiple grant programs. Right, so in this case, I'm going to call it Madhavan's personal RFPs. Let's select an image and give a small description about what this grants DAO is about. Like, what are the kind of grants that this DAO is going to give out? Right? That's the right way to talk about your grants program. These are going to be weekend hacks that will push the cool, and then you say create a grant. So everything, as I said, is going to be on-chain. So if you're going to be creating a grant program, if you're going to be creating a grant DAO, everything is going to be an on-chain transaction. So that way, all the data is permanent. Of course, we don't store all the data on-chain because that would be too expensive, but we do store the hashes on-chain, so it's immutable. So once the grants DAO has been created, we are asked to create a grant inside it. Once you publish a grant program, so this could be something like decentralized audit marketplace, right? So you can give more description as to what you want the builders to be submitting. But this is basically like defining what the application form should look like, right? So what are the things that you want to ask on an application form? So I'm going to ask for a project link, and I'm also going to say I need milestones. Once you choose milestones, you can have a single milestone, you can have multiple milestones. So I'm going to say, hey, the first thing that you need to do is submit architecture overview, then deploy to testnet, and then finally deploy to mainnet. So these are like three milestones that I'm defining, and I'm going to pay out to the applicant only once they have hit these milestones, right? So an applicant comes in, applies, I accept the application, but I only start paying out as and when the milestones are being hit, and I'll show you that flow in just a bit. The next thing is, do you want any evaluation rubrics? Of course I do. So this is like involving people from your community. You can add reviewers who are going to be evaluating this, the applications that are going to be coming in under various rubrics. So this could be strength of team. So yeah, you can add multiple things that you want the reviewers to review each application on, and then I choose a 5-star rating, 3-star rating. That's really up to you. How much money do you want to give out as a grant? So I'm going to be giving 1,000 DAI. When is the deadline before which people should apply for this grant? And finally, what are the privacy settings? Do you want to hide personally identifiable, like the email? I'm going to say yes. However, I'm going to leave the reviews itself public, but it's really your choice. So you can make this private as well. And then hit create a grant. So that's going to be an on-chain transaction as well. Awesome. So I have created a bunch of grants under my grants DAO. That's called Madhavan's personal RFPs. I have a bunch of these grants that I've created. So for the ones that do have an application already, you'll see this button that says view applicants. Right. So let's go ahead and view the applicants over here. Cool. So there are 2 applications that I've received for this particular grant. One of them is something that I've already reviewed, but the other one is still in the pending review kind of a state. So let's go ahead and review this. Okay, so here are all the details that the user has filled in. Web3 APIs. Got it. So that the details. Here's the breakdown. Now, once milestone 1 is hit, they're requesting for 500 DAI. Once the entire thing is done, another 500 DAI, making the total to 1,000 DAI. Cool. And their email, as you can see, is hidden because we had requested the PII to be protected. To view this, you need to decrypt it using your MetaMask, because you're the only person in the world who can decrypt this information. Got it. So now you can see their email address. You can tap on this to probably just send the email, right? So this is an application that has not yet been reviewed. So the first thing that we need to do is, of course, assign reviewers. I'm going to assign myself as the reviewer for this one because that's the only person I've added so far. Cool. So now that is done, if I relook at this, now I see this button that says review application. So let's go ahead and review this. So first thing I'm asked, overall recommendation, do you think this person should get a grant or not? Yes, I think this person should get a grant. 5-star, probably give some feedback as well if I want, and then hit save. Cool. So now that this transaction is also going to be going through. Cool. So now the feedback has been submitted on chain. It should just complete in just a bit. And yeah, so let's go ahead and look at what reviews that we've received so far. Cool. So now you see that, hey, I was the only person who gave the review. So you see that 100% is in favor of giving this grant away. We see the rating, so it's 5 on 5 on both of them. So I think we should go ahead and just approve this application. So it looks like a good application. So I'm going to say approve. Only once the application is approved, the applicant will be able to submit for their milestones and request for payouts. So I'm going to be approving this grant so that we can start paying out the milestones as well. Yeah, so the grant is now approved, which means that we can now start sending money, right? So awesome. So we can. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and approve this milestone, assuming that the user has submitted the milestone details. Awesome work on the first milestone. So all of this is also going to be on-chain interactions, on-chain information, but there's a particular reason why. All of this information is going to build credentials for the builder. So if the builder has completed multiple grants, completed a lot of work, their credentials should show up and it's going to be permanently stored on-chain. So as and when a user is submitting these grant proposals, submitting these grant milestones and completing them, their reputation on chain is kind of improving. Cool. So now our milestone has been marked as complete, and now you can send funds. So now to send funds, there are two ways to do it. Either you deposit money into our smart contract, or you transfer it directly from the MetaMask that is connected to your application. And I did not load my wallet with DAI before this demo on Polygon, so I do not have DAI. But you get the point. Like, you can tap continue, and you can make a payout directly to the applicant. So that's essentially the flow, right? So end to end, you've been able to create a grants DAO, create multiple grant programs inside it, accept applications, review the applications, and pay out only when the milestones are being hit. And that's the entire flow. So the couple of things that you can also expect to see in the near future is, number one, we're going to make all of this gasless. It's going to be gasless and on chain. I think it's going to be awesome. You don't have to tap that confirm button again and again. That should be out somewhere mid-June 2022. And you're also going to be seeing a lot of community-based features. So right now, you need to manually go and add the reviewers to review each of the applications that are coming in, but we're going to be coming up with a lot of features to involve the community directly. Again, you should probably keep an eye on questbook.xyz. We have a blog, and that's where we keep posting our updates about all the releases that we're making. So yeah, that is pretty much it. If you have any questions, I am more than happy to answer it. You can find me on Twitter at Madhavan Malolan, and yeah, just hit me up, and would love to set up the grants DAO for your grant program. Thank you so much for listening in, and have a great day ahead. Bye bye.